Hey guys, how are we doing? I am coming on live. I was wondering, where do you bake your cake? Do you do it in the microwave? Do you do it in your air fryer? Do you do it in the oven? I'm actually going to bake mine in the microwave. And so I already have my 2 eggs in here. I'm going to put in my chocolate cake mix. All right. And then we have a 1/2 cup of oil. And I like to use my Easy Read measuring cups whenever I'm measuring my liquids, just because it is easier to read. And that was 1 1/4 cup water. And then we are just going to mix this up. And I'm just using a spatula to mix it. You could do a electric hand mixer or a whisk, but with using the high wall of the stainless steel mixing bowl, and I can actually, kind of mash the batter against the wall to make sure that I'm breaking up any clumps, because that's one thing you do want to do, is to make sure. Now I'm going to be doing this in the Dutch oven RockCrok. So you could also do this in the deep covered baker. So any recipes that we have for the Dutch oven RockCrok and stuff that are for the oven or the microwave, they can also be done in the deep covered baker. So if you have a deep covered baker and you're looking for things to make in it, you can look up any of the RockCrok recipes as well. And I love the RockCrok because it goes so many places. All right, so our batter is done. And I'm using one of our special spatulas that we had a few years ago. It was one of our Help with Cancer ones, which they just announced yesterday that the Mix and Chop is going to be our Help with Cancer item from now until the end of May. And that is actually going to support the Hope Lodges. And unfortunately, with everything that's going on right now, they're not utilizing the Hope Lodges for patients like they normally would. What they're doing is they are utilizing them for the medical staff. The medical staff is working really long hours, and some are concerned about going home to their families and potentially carrying something home during this time. So they are using it for them, which I think is great. I understand as far as the patients and the caretaker, because you want to have the social distancing, and it can be hard. So my batter's in there. Now I'm going to take some icing. Just going to take a scoop. Just going to plop that in there. So you could do this with chocolate icing. I'm doing it with vanilla to give the contrast. And I'm actually going to do the whole container. So this kind of creates like a little bit of a lava type cake. I need one more on the other side. And then if you wanted to add chocolate chips on top of this, you could. I'm not going to. So I'm going to put my lid on, and I'm going to put it in the microwave for 15 minutes. So 15 minutes on high, and then the cake will be done. With the RockCrok, like I said, it can go so many places. It can go on the stovetop. When I'm making my stews, I braise my meat on the stovetop, and then I move it to the slow cooker stand, which becomes my crock pot, and I don't lose any of the goodness that's on the bottom of the RockCrok from braising my meat or anything. When I move it to the slow cooker stand, add in all my other ingredients and stuff, put the lid on, set it, and what I like to say, forget it, but you don't actually forget it. You just go on about your day. And there's another recipe that I do on the stovetop in it, and then I put it under the broiler to brown the top of it. And that's a cheesy shells and pasta recipe. And it can obviously, if it can go under the broiler, it can go in the oven. It can also go on the grill, and it can go in the microwave as it is right now, and then it can also go in the dishwasher. So it's temperature safe to 750 degrees, you know, so you could probably even utilize it in a smoker, but I'm going to say, my husband says if you utilize it in the smoker, you're probably not going to want it back in your kitchen, just because of some of the, like, the residue and stuff that can get on the outside of it. And so, you know, it's a give and take. But maybe you buy one for the smoker and then you have one for your kitchen. Who knows? And stuff. So that's one of the reasons I really, really enjoy the RockCrok. It is actually well used in my kitchen. I use it for a lot of recipes and stuff. And it is very easy to clean up too. Then we have our stainless mixing bowls, which I just used. They come in a set of 3, and they're fantastic because they have the measure lines. I don't know if you can see that in there. They have the measurements and stuff on the inside, so that makes it really easy to see. And it's both in standard and metric. All of our measuring products are, because we also sell in Canada and Austria and Germany, and all of them use metric. I think America is the only one that uses standard. I really do. We're the oddballs. You know, so, but they do come with lids. I had another set, and when I got this set, the other one went away. You got the silicone bottom, so as you're mixing, you're not, and I mean, I'm pushing on this, and it's resisting, it's not budging across the counter and stuff. And then you have your lid, so, you know, say you cut up a fruit salad and put it in here, put it in the fridge. The stainless steel is going to help to keep that nice and cold whenever you take it out. It's going to keep it cold longer and stuff. And then also too, when you're mixing, you have the thumb hole. So, you know, like I said, with the mix and chop, you know, that is our Help with Cancer item, and that started yesterday and goes on through the end of May. And then we also have 2 other products, the cut and seal, where you can make your own Uncrustables. Instead of buying the frozen ones, you can actually make your own, fill them with whatever you want, whatever flavors you want or anything. And then there's also the scoop and spread, which is great for spreading your peanut butter and your jams and stuff on your sandwiches, and that, but also to other things. I mean, it can be used for pretty much anything. So you have a scoop, you have a spreader, and then it also has a little bit of a serrated edge that you can cut your sandwich with too. So it's like a 3-in-1 tool. So both of those items support Feeding America, which is right now is in need of a lot of funds, because with everything going on, so many businesses closed and stuff, we're finding more people are needing the food pantries than ever, and Feeding America does partner with them and stuff in all the areas and stuff. And, you know, whatever is purchased, you know, in your local area, that stays in your local area and stuff. And then also too, you know, we always have the Roundup from the Heart campaign throughout the year, which that is simply rounding up your order total, and the difference goes to Feeding America to support the food banks around the country and stuff, which right now is really important. And because I know there's a lot of places that are not taking donations, and that they're taking food donations, but other donations and stuff they're not. And so that kind of the food will help offset some other needs of the families that are needing it. So just wanted to mention those. I will pop back on and show you the finished product. It still has 10 more minutes, so I'm not going to keep going for 10 minutes. I love you guys, but yeah, you don't want to hear me keep going. So thank you for jumping on, and I will jump back on to show you the finished product. All right, see you in a bit. Bye now.